Good morning. By the time you see this, it'll be good afternoon or good evening. But welcome back to my channel, you guys. Thank you for tuning back in. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please make sure you like below. Please also subscribe, share my videos, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody that's important to you, because I'm pretty sure someone would love to see my videos. Also, if you have not, go check out the other video that I just posted last week of me doing a slate face with a cold. And I can tell you now that that video was definitely challenging because, of course, no one wants to do anything when they have a cold. And here I am trying to put damn makeup on with, you know, congestion and trying not to sneeze and wipe my face with foundation on and stuff like that. But it was definitely a challenging video. Please make sure you go check that out. Let me know what you think and also share. So today's video, I wanted to do a little review on a new pickup. It's just new to me. I don't believe that this is a new launch, but this is a new product for me. And please also ignore my Bantu knots because they look kind of cray-cray right now. But by the time I twist them out at the end of this video, they're gonna look cute. They're gonna come together. They just look kind of rough right now, but it's fine. Don't judge me, yo. Don't judge me. So today I wanted to try out Milani's foundation. I'm gonna try Milani's Conceal Imperfect. So today I am going to try out Milani's pressed powder, Conceal Imperfect. It is a shine proof powder. I have the shade medium 07, and here is what it looks like. So I took the little sponge out inside just because I already kind of like swabbed it a little bit just to see what it looks like. So that is my medium. So we just want to do a little review and see how this turns out. The only reason why I decided to do this is because I don't wear too many pressed powders. And, you know, this time I decided to give it a try. Like, why not? So you have a whole bunch of liquid foundations, and why not have a pressed powder? I think that would be very beneficial to have and very quick, especially for morning work slays. So I got something new and I wanted to try something different. I used to stay away from pressed powders because my skin used to be so dry that pressed powder sometimes would make my skin look flaky and have like that, I don't know, like that dry look to it. And that was even with me moisturizing and putting on primer. I don't know, maybe I just had the wrong primer. Maybe I didn't have a good moisturizer at that time, whatever the case may be. That was the reason why I stopped wearing it, because I didn't like that flaky, like snake skin, scaly look with foundation on. Like, I just didn't like it. I was not for it. So I stopped using pressed powders and switched to liquid. But today we are going to go ahead and jump in and try the foundation. So with the foundation, with the pressed powder, it does come with a small sponge, a little circle applicator, as soon as I can get it out. So it comes with a little applicator like this, which is, I already said, I've already kind of swiped in it to see what it looks like. But I want to use a brush instead. I want to see what a flathead foundation brush would look like using the product. I feel like that will help me get the product on faster, help cover a lot more areas faster with the allotted amount of time that I am doing this video before work. I really don't want to spend too much time trying to like blend and make sure I get every little piece of skin with the sponge. So I'm gonna first try a foundation brush and see how that works for me. If it doesn't work for me, maybe I'll just do a half a face with a foundation brush. And if it doesn't work, then I'll just come back and I'll just grab that sponge, because that's what Milani gave it to us for, to use. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna jump out of here. First things first, I'm gonna hit my face with some primer. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer Mist. Get that product all nice and soaked in there. And I think, you know what, now that I'm thinking, when I first started wearing pressed powders, I was not wearing primer. I was not wearing primer at all. I was unaware of primer. I was unaware of what primer was even for. I was very clueless to what primer even was. I was just moisturizing and calling it a day. Make sure this is dry. Okay, make sure this is nice and dry. All right, so now that my face is dry, I'm going to take a flat foundation brush. So let's get into this Milani though. Let's try this out and see how this works. Alright, so I don't see I have to do a lot or swirl a lot, but let's say we can brush it in. Let's see what happens here. It smells good, or is that me or my brush? Oh wait, it's my brush. It's not Milani, it's my brush. My brush smells good. So I'm seeing it's very light. Again, I don't know if it's because of the brush. I'll do one side brush and one side sponge just to see. Because like I said, I was just curious myself on how, you know, if using a brush would be, you know, still like a good blend, still give me full coverage or whatever coverage this powder offers. And so far it seems like it's, I mean, like I see it going on, but to me, I feel like I'm getting more bronzy. But again, this is the first time using it, so we'll see by the end of the day. Just continue looking at the half of the face. Oh, well, it does cover. It's not really light coverage, but maybe as I build it up, let me switch to the sponge and see how I feel about that. Maybe the sponge will give more of a full, more coverage versus, oh gosh. I don't know, this sponge feels weird. I just haven't used a sponge like this in a while. Let's see. It definitely have a nice golden complexion. Nice hue. Let's get this forehead. Get it in there. It's very light. Yep, there goes that. There goes the little on my nose. You see it? See the skin? I don't know if you can, but there's the skin start peeling a little bit. So it's my nose, that's the problem. Same nostrils. Maybe they just don't like powder. I'm gonna figure this out though, because this is a nice powder. Get this eye. Sure we get every crease and crevice. Maybe it's just me. I might need to, when I do my powder, I may need to moisturize at night, just a little extra around the nose, since my nose is the one spot that is kind of peeling a little bit now. But it used to be in between my forehead. I used to have those problems as well. When I wear pressed powder, it would lift right here. But I'm not seeing that that's happening right now. And that's great. So that lets me know that that area is not as super dry as the rest of my face. Okay. So I'm just trying to make sure this is all nice and even. I'm going to go back with a brush just for my comfort. I like the brush. The sponge kind of makes me feel like I'm dragging it across my face. I don't know, it's, again, it may just because I haven't worn, I mean not worn, I haven't used that type of sponge that's not a beauty blender. I haven't used a sponge. Make sure we get this neck. Make sure we get these ears. And cover all this forehead up. Because we don't want to be out here slipping, not the forehead though. Throughout the day, I'm also going to come back and just give you guys a quick little snippet of how it looks for the rest of the day, to give a full view of what I think. So far, it goes on very smooth, goes on very bronzy. I look kind of, not bronzy, but yeah, bronzy. It goes on very bronzy for me. It might just be also this shade, but it definitely has like a goldish undertone for my skin, which is good. I'd rather have gold because to kind of complement with my tan is not too far off of my actual skin complexion. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I might hit a little bit of my underbags with some concealer just to kind of help. Just whoop, 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 whoop. And yeah, just like that. Just a little bit. And I am going to use the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. That's what I am using. And I'm going to take a flat foundation brush and just work that product out underneath my eyes. Oh yeah, that does look better. Oh, that looks way better with the concealer. Oh yeah. I could have also, before I put the powder on, I could have also used a red concealer to help with the under eyes. Just to kind of, you know, take some of that darkness away. But we pressed on time today, so we don't really have time to do a whole bunch. But next time I'll do it. Okay, and I think now that my concealer is worked out. Yep. Next, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do something, a quick face, just something slight, nothing super crazy. Again, low press for time. This is another quick little work face at the time of doing like a little review. Won't hurt nobody. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some baking. I'm gonna start baking now, some translucent powder. Now I'm going to use the Fenty, my Fenty translucent powder. I don't know, I like the hue of the Fenty. It really, I don't know. I love the hue that it gives me. It gives me like a nice golden look, a nice bronzy look. And the shade that I have is Honey. I'm going to take a little bit of this Fenty, hit the under eye. Just a little bit of the under eye like that. And bring it out. I keep closing the wrong eye. There we go. All right. There we go. Just a quick little Fenty. That's it. Keep them eyes popping. We're not gonna do a whole lot today. I'm hitting the gym after work today, so the more that I put on in the mornings, which means the more I have to take up before I go to the gym. And me, I like to just get in. I like to get in the gym and I like to get out. I don't have time to try to, you know, wipe a whole face off and, you know, I like to complete my workout and get it over with. Next, I'm gonna go on my brows. I'm gonna do some quick brows. I'm going to use e.l.f. brow pencil, and this is the shade dark brown. All right, so I'm gonna finish up my eyebrows, slap on some mascara, a little shadow, and I'll come back and untwist my bantu knots and complete my work face for you guys. Stay tuned. There we go. Fluff this hair out. All right, you guys. Face. What I did is I slapped on just a little bit of eyeshadow from the It's Ray Ray's palette by BH Cosmetics. For my lips, this is Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Rio. It's a liquid lipstick. And then I put on some mascara, the brand Better Than Sex by Too Faced. Like I said, just something quick, something simple. something just to kind of complement the pressed powder of the time that it takes to put on. So we don't want to sit there and do something super extra when we're just like, all right, we want to do this pressed powder because we're pressed for time. So we're pressed for time, and let's do a quick face. So this completes my face, my morning slay again. This is the review for Milani pressed powder. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys like it. Please also subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up and let me know what you think. I love you guys. Tune in to next week's episode. Hope to see you soon. So it's currently now 4:15 p.m. And my Milani is still rocking. One thing I did notice throughout the day is that I don't know if maybe the lighting in my office made a difference, but it looked more mattifying than how it looked this morning. So that's always a plus. And there were certain spots on my face that I just kind of thought that was oily or just really shiny coming through the foundation. Like, for example, my forehead, like you can see it kind of highlighted here, which kind of made me think like, oh my gosh, it's just making me oily, or what's going on? Because it's kind of confusing. It has like this natural shine undertone for my face, and then it's still kind of dry in certain spots around my nose. So how would I rate the Milani's pressed powder? I would say maybe about a 6 or a 7. I'm also going to rate it based on price, the locations, on where to buy it. It does last all day. For me personally, my disadvantages was, like I said, the dry spots around my nose, it being able to look really good everywhere else except for when it comes to my nose. So maybe I have to kind of like prime more when it comes to my nose. But it's just a fear of also looking super shiny and greasy. I don't want to look like that with pressed powder or any foundation for that matter. So I would say the shine on certain areas makes me look oily. And I would say, I don't know if, again, maybe the dry spots is my skin or just the combination with the powder. But yeah, I would say like a 6.5. I wouldn't count this out. Would this be like my go-to product? Maybe not. I may go explore a little bit more of the other pressed powders and see if there's a better brand that would not leave me oily. Areas that I'm oily in, like the top of my forehead right here, like it's glistening there. I don't bake up here, I bake here. So maybe if I take a little setting powder and kind of like throw it on top of this, then that could help with the shine. But again, it makes me nervous for my nose because I don't want that super dry, flaky skin around my nose. So I wouldn't say that, I wouldn't count Milani out. I wouldn't sleep on them. I wouldn't, disagree with them or not buy this product again. Maybe again, wintertime, things might be different. Who knows? Each season, something different happens.